Every divination method explained in 10 minutes by Toon Explainer. As you see, I liked his video, like my video, subscribe if you're new, bro. Let's get into every divination method.
A traditional tarot deck contains 78 cards, divided into
Oh,
two
my
main
fault. I ain't
sections.
even.
Tarot reading. Tarot is one of the most iconic and widely used forms of divination, believed to be a mirror of the soul and a map of the human experience. A traditional tarot deck contains 78 cards, divided into two main sections: the major arcana, 22 cards, and the minor arcana, 56 cards. The major arcana represents powerful spiritual lessons and archetypes, like the Fool, Death, or the High Priestess. These cards reflect deep, transformative energies that shape a person's life journey. The minor arcana is split into four suits: cups, wands, swords, and pentacles, each representing an element: water, fire, air, earth, and aspects of everyday life, emotions, action, thought, and material concerns. A reader typically shuffles the deck while focusing on a question or energy. Cards are then drawn and placed in spreads like the Celtic Cross, three-card spread, or single pull, each position in the spread holding meaning. But tarot isn't about fortune telling in the crystal ball sense. It's a tool for introspection, symbolism, and unlocking the unconscious. The power comes from interpretation, how the reader connects the imagery and position of the cards with the seeker's question. Some believe the cards tap into a universal consciousness, while others view them as a psychological mirror, revealing what the seeker already knows deep down. Scryen. This is the ancient and mystical.
That was actually a really good explanation of tarot. I don't think that this video could really be bad because, I mean, we could look all this shit up. You feel me? So, yeah.
Practice of gazing into a reflective or translucent surface to receive visions, messages, or intuitive insight. Far from
I've never
just
done
staring
scrying before.
blankly, it's a meditative technique used to pierce the veil between the physical and spiritual realms. Throughout history, people from different cultures have practiced scrying, from the ancient Egyptians using ink-filled bowls to medieval mystics peering into black mirrors. Perhaps most famously, John Dee, the 16th century occultist and advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, used a polished obsidian mirror to communicate with what he believed were angelic beings. The tools for scrying vary, but the most common include crystal balls, darkened mirrors, still water, polished stones, or even candle flames and smoke. The scryer typically enters a dim, quiet space,
I kind of want to try scrying a little bit.
relaxes the
Not gonna
body,
lie.
clears the mind, and focuses their gaze on the chosen surface. After some time, images, symbols, or visions may begin to form, though not always in a clear or literal way. These impressions are often symbolic and open to interpretation, much like dreams. While skeptics see scrying as pure imagination or subconscious projection, many practitioners believe the visions come from higher planes of consciousness, spirit guides, or astral forces. But whether psychological or metaphysical, scrying.
Yeah, I'm getting. It's crazy. As you talk about scrying, right? Like, I do this a lot with videos where I'll just be tapping into something like mentally. And I'm gonna definitely start using scrying, bro. Like, crystal balls and black mirrors for a fact. You feel me? I'm literally getting taught how to use it inside my head, bro. Like, I'm literally learning how to use that shit and how I'm gonna use it. I'm literally seeing it all. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, scrying might about to become that
Serves as a
shit for me.
tool for unlocking inner wisdom and receiving messages from realms beyond ordinary perception. Runes. Originating from the Germanic and Norse traditions, each rune in the Elder Futhark, the oldest known runic alphabet, is a powerful sigil that represents a sound. There are 24 runes in the Elder Futhark, and each one holds deep esoteric significance. For example, Fi.
I've been using runes, but not for divination. I use runes for certain powers and abilities. I use the symbol to channel a certain power and ability. Yeah, me.
Who symbolizes wealth and new beginnings. Algiz stands for protection, and Iwaz represents transformation and death. These aren't just writing tools, they're gateways to understanding fate, energy, and spiritual alignment. In divination, runes are typically inscribed on stones, wood, or bone. A reader casts or draws them from a pouch and interprets their meanings based on position, combination, and context. But the magic doesn't stop at reading. Runes have historically been carved onto weapons, amulets, doors, and even used in rituals. They were believed to carry vibrational power capable of attracting luck, warding off danger, or channeling specific energies. Astrology. Astrology is the ancient study of the stars and their influence on human life. It's based on the belief that
I know a
celestial
good amount
bodies like
about
the
this.
sun,
You
moon,
feel
planets,
me?
and constellations don't just drift in space but
Yee.
form a cosmic blueprint that mirrors our inner and outer worlds. The foundation of astrology is the birth chart, a snapshot of the sky at the exact moment you were born. This chart is divided into 12 houses and ruled by 12 zodiac signs, each with its own personality and influence. Planets like Mercury, communication, Venus, love, and Mars, action move through these signs and houses, shaping everything from your emotions to your career path. There's more to astrology than just sun signs. While most people know their zodiac sign based on where the sun was when they were born, deeper astrology looks at the moon sign, emotional world, rising sign, how others see you, and the complex interplay of planetary aspects, angles between planets that spark harmony or tension. Astrology can be used in many ways for self-discovery, relationship guidance, predicting energetic shifts, or aligning with cosmic timing. Some see it as a science of patterns and cycles, while others treat it as a sacred language of the universe. Yi Jing. The Yi Jing, also known as the Book of Changes.
He said Yi Jing. Is that how it's really pronounced? You can say Yi Jing. We call that bitch the I Ching, or is Yi Jing? Is Yi Jing the divination system that comes from the I Ching? I fuck with the I Ching. I actually have the I Ching book, like the Book of Changes. You feel me? Have I finished it? Fuck no. I don't think I'm halfway through that shit. You feel me? But yeah.
Is one of the oldest and most profound divination systems in the world. Rooted in ancient Chinese philosophy, it's not just a tool for fortune telling, it's a guide to understanding life's constant flow of transformation. The Yi Jing teaches that change is the only constant, and learning to move with it is the key to wisdom. At its core,
Yeah, bro, I'm really just being taught about this shit in my whip too. This was called the Book of Changes, by the way, because different changes. You feel me? But I was just being taught about this shit like in my whip. I was smoking in my whip, and evolutions is like the only constant. You feel me? Now you can have times where you kind of get comfortable, but you'll always be forced to evolve based through the conflict that you have during your comfortability. There's always gonna be a new. It's like if you're not trying to evolve, right? And you're trying to stay comfortable, you're always gonna have some kind of issue. You feel me? For example, you chilling and stuff. Like it could be. Imagine you're rich as fuck. You got everything that you want. You feel me? But then, you go to your fridge and there's no more water. You feel me? And now you gotta go to the store to get water. But you're like, damn, I don't want to go to the store to get water. You feel me? You want to also Uber Eats that bitch, but that's gonna take too long. You're like, damn, that shit gonna take too long. You feel me? I need some water though. You feel me? And now that could force you to think about a better way to get water, whatever the fuck it is. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It forces you to do something new. Now imagine. Now take that small lesson and apply it to everything. You feel me? For example, you live in your life. This is gonna be the last one I give. Then you gotta let shit. Then you gotta do the examples for yourself inside your own mind. But imagine that you chilling, living your life. You comfortable as fuck. You feel me? You was grinding and shit like that. You feel me? But then you're about to start moving. Like you're about to move houses. You feel me? And as you're moving, you got to lift furniture, and you notice that it's hard as hell to lift this furniture, and then that forces you to start working out heavier and lifting heavier weights. And now you're evolving, and now you're evolving when it comes to your physical training and stuff like that. You feel me? So it's like you have periods of time where you're like heavily evolving. Then you might finish your evolution inside that area, then get comfortable, but then new problems arise, which will force you to evolve again. You feel me? Facts.
core, the Yi Jing is built on 64 hexagrams, each made up of 6 stacked lines. These lines are either broken yin or solid yang, representing the dual forces of nature. Each hexagram describes a particular situation, challenge, or dynamic pattern of energy, along with advice on how to navigate it. The system is deeply philosophical, blending Taoist, Confucian, and metaphysical insights. To consult the I Ching, practitioners traditionally toss 3 coins 6 times, generating 1 line per toss. The result forms a hexagram, which is then interpreted using the text of the I Ching. Each reading reflects not just an outcome, but a snapshot of a moment in transition, a lesson in timing, attitude, and adaptability. Unlike
I had an I Ching app to do this shit. I ain't gonna cap. I want to actually like do the like shit like in real life though. Like you feel me? I might just get like carvings of like the different symbols and just start casting out carvings and shit. You feel me?
Like more predictive systems, the I Ching offers wisdom, not answers. It encourages introspection and aligns the seeker with the rhythm of the universe. Pendulum
Yeah,
dowsing.
the I Ching is really good for like you would use that when trying to find out what period of your life you're in right now and what changes you're going through. Do you got to become more active? Do you got to slow down? You feel me? If you're slowing down, what are you doing inside the slow period? If you're active, what should you be active on? You feel me? The I Ching is good for that type of shit. I ain't gonna cap.
Pendulum dowsing is a simple yet powerful form of
And if you mix the I Ching with astrology, ew.
divination used to access answers from the subconscious mind, spirit guides, or universal energy. It typically involves a small weighted object, often a crystal, metal, or wooden point suspended from a chain or cord. Despite its simplicity, the
I got an idea. The I Ching Oracle deck, they have to have that. Where like the different Oracle cards have I Ching symbols. You feel me? They gotta have that. You feel me? Got to. Let me go back though.
typically involves a small weighted object, often a crystal, metal, or wooden point suspended from a chain or cord. Despite its simplicity, the pendulum has long been used by mystics, healers, and even ancient shamans. To begin a session, the dowser holds the pendulum still and asks a question, usually one that requires a yes or no answer. The pendulum then begins to move, swinging in different directions to indicate responses, forward and backward, side to side, or in circles. Before using it, practitioners often calibrate it by asking simple known questions to understand what each directional movement means for them personally. But pendulum dowsing goes beyond yes or no questions. It's used to locate lost objects, detect energy imbalances in the body, scan chakras, and even select herbs, crystals, or affirmations. Many believe the pendulum acts as a bridge between the conscious and subconscious.
I've thought about using this shit. You feel me? Because even psychologically, right? This shit could be amazing because this might be what he's about to talk about right now. But like, let's say you're asking, should I do this or should I do that? You feel me? You could like if you don't want to bring spirituality into this shit, deep down inside, you may feel like you should do one or the other. You feel me? And then that might make you make the most slightest movements ever that no one can detect, which make the pendulum go forward or backwards. You feel me? Like forwards and backwards or left and right. You feel what I'm saying? Like whatever you think you should do, you might make movements that symbolize that. You feel me? Same with like the Dowson rods, like where people hold them Johns. You feel me? Niggas might hold shit, and then like whatever they like let's say that crossing means no, and then being open means like yes. You feel me? Or like they're like yo point to where you're at. Let's say they're asking like yo should I do this? If they deep down inside feel like it's no, it'll just open up because like they're kind of making it open up with like the slightest twitches. You feel me? But yeah, yeah, you get my point. So this is a good psychological tool and a spiritual tool. You feel me? I thought about this though. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually do it though. You feel me? I don't know if I really will, to be honest. But I thought
Mind,
about it.
or as a subtle receiver of energetic vibrations from higher planes. While skeptics attribute the pendulum's motion to micro muscle movements, a
Yeah,
phenomenon
like I was
known as
saying.
the
Yeah,
ideomotor effect, practitioners say it taps into something deeper, a hidden current of knowledge flowing through the universe. Bibliomancy, the word comes from biblio, book, and mantia, divination. And while it can be done with any book, it's most powerful when done with sacred or spiritual.
Book divination. I'm gonna start doing. I'm pretty sure I've done. I think just like we just open a book to get a message from it. I'm gonna start doing that more because I've done that before with several books. I'm gonna do that shit way more, bro. I'm about to get mad books and just do that shit with it, bro. Like one day, bro, when I just got like just, I'm gonna buy like dumb magical books, bro. Cause I could do that right now, but that's just gonna be a waste of money. You feel me? When I have money to waste like that, I'm gonna buy dumb books, and I'm gonna make sure I bet it. I'm gonna make sure that when I do this dumb thing, it's gonna be for a good purpose. Like I'm gonna fucking share the wisdom with everybody and stuff like that for free, probably. You feel me? Especially like the regular smugglers. No, I'm gonna buy dumb magical books and just open them bitches, just take some info from that shit, get a spell real quick, or whatever. My fault. I'm gonna shut up. I just watched the video. My bad, bro.
Significant texts. Traditionally, bibliomancy is practiced by closing your eyes, focusing on a question, and then either flipping to a random page or placing your finger blindly on a section. The passage you land on is then interpreted in the context of your question. This method is especially popular with the Bible, the Quran, Sufi poetry, and even mystical grimoires like the Corpus Hermeticum or the Book of Psalms. Some view
Now that shit, this shit might be really good because I know niggas because if y'all don't know, I read the Bible every here and there. You feel me? I'm not a Christian by any means, but I do read that motherfucker. And I talk to people who tell me like who are actually Christian. They're like, yo, how can you read this book, bro? Like I'm a Christian, I be going to church, but I don't got the I can't do it. What makes you want to do it? I'm like, nigga, I just want to fucking learn what the fuck's inside this bitch. You feel me? And then someone was like, yo, but like with me, like I be trying to like just open the book to random pages to like just get what the fuck I need. But I feel like that shit don't work. And I'm like, maybe you don't understand. Like maybe not. Like here's what I mean. Here's what I'm trying to get at. Right. Certain books in the Bible, like Proverbs, has straight bars. Like it's just like King Solomon just spitting wisdom. You feel me? But then there's other books like Genesis, which tells a whole entire story. You feel me? Sometimes people may want to like get an answer for a question and then they open the Bible to go to a certain page and then it becomes like a story, like it's a story about Noah or some shit, right? You feel me? And they're like, this fucking text didn't help me, but they don't even realize that if they read the book of Noah, they might read the book of Noah, or I don't even know if there's a book of Noah. You feel me? I don't know that. You feel me? But they may read the story about Noah. You feel me? Like the story about Noah's Ark, because I'm pretty sure Noah's Ark is inside Genesis. You feel me? Yeah, it definitely is. I don't think there's a book of Noah. I'm probably tweaking about that. But anyway, niggas might read the story of Noah, and then when they read it, it's like, oh, the story of Noah was really about like me, kind of. You feel me? You feel what I'm trying to say? It's like they can relate to the book of Noah. Like they read it and they're like, oh, what Noah went through is like, well, because like for example, there was one time where like I think it was Noah, right? Wasn't Yeah, it was Noah who was building the ark. I'm pretty sure like there was niggas banging on the door to get in, and God told Noah not to let them niggas in. You feel me? Cause they was kind of hating on him at first for even. It's like imagine he building this fucking ark and shit, right? And niggas like, you building this ark, nigga, you crazy as fuck, nigga, you tripping, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? But then when shit start getting real, they finally see like, oh shit, let us in, let us in, let us in, let us in, let us in. You feel me? And God's like, don't let them in, nigga. That could be symbolic for you in your life when it's like you on some spiritual shit. You feel me? And niggas clowning you for that shit. You know? But then when niggas need all the spiritual knowledge, they finally start coming to you, and your higher self say, no, don't help them because it's not authentic. Or it could be other shit. It could be like you was on some fucking crypto shit. You feel me? Everybody clowning you, right? But then you got rich off of crypto. Now everybody want the sauce, but it's like, bro, don't give them the sauce for real. You feel me? Same with Noah. It's like you could read Noah's Ark and relate to it if you go through some shit like that. Like you may like the question might be like, yo, my ex it might be nigga, my ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend came back. You feel me? Should I get back with them? Nigga, you read Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark says don't let them in. Cause back when you was with that girl or with that guy, they wasn't respecting you for real. You feel me? But now that they lost you, they want to come back and try to respect you. Nah, don't let them in. They banging on the door. Don't let them in. You feel me? But it's like you may not even realize that That's what the Bible's trying to show you. You feel me? So I want a whole little rant. Long story short, bro, this is facts right here. You feel me? The Bible is a very common one that people do it with, but it's also a very common one that people try to do it with and don't get nothing from because they can't fully make connections in the way that some that's they can't fully make connections in a way that's meaningful to them. You feel me? Long story short, yeah. So yeah, my fault. But I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Let the video finish out. You feel me?
Bibliomancy as a form of divine intervention, a way for higher powers to speak through sacred words. Others see it as a technique for accessing the subconscious mind, where random text triggers intuitive insights. Palmistry. This also known as
And that is, I thought about palmistry too. I thought about getting into that shit, but I feel like with palmistry, bro, I feel like palmistry is one of them Johns where it's like you gotta really like find like a real nigga to do that shit, bro. You feel me, bro? But anyway, um, yeah, with the bibliomancy, that's also perfect too, cause like I said, bro, certain shit, it's like certain spiritual practices, right, may seem too woo woo for niggas, right? Some shit like bibliomancy, bro. That shit not too woo woo, cause you can just see it as a psychological tool, not even a spiritual tool. You feel me? That shit perfect, bro.
chiromancy, is the mystical art of interpreting the lines, shapes, and features of the hands to gain insight into a person's character, destiny, and spiritual path. With roots in ancient India, China, and Egypt, palmistry has been used for centuries by sages and mystics as a tool for self-discovery and guidance. At the heart of palmistry are the major lines that cross the palm. The heart line reveals matters of love and emotion, the headline speaks to intellect and mindset, and the lifeline reflects vitality, life direction, and major changes. Some hands also contain a fate line, which suggests influences beyond personal control like destiny, karma, or societal forces. Beyond the lines,
Nigga, I'm checking my palms right now, nigga.
palmists examine the overall shape of the hand, which corresponds to the four classical elements. Earth hands are broad and square, indicating a grounded, practical nature. Air hands are bony.
Ah, I did not know this was even a thing. Ew, look at that. Look at that pinky, nigga. Ew. What the fuck? Ew, bro. I either have a water hand or a fire. I think my shit a fire hand because the fire hand, my hand's pretty skinny. You feel me? My my mom and my aunt got them fat ass earth hands. You feel me? Yeah, because they don't got no. This pinky is fucking. This motherfucker got two thumbs, bro. What the fuck? What is that, bro? But nah, yeah, I think yeah, bro. My shit like a fire hand, which would make sense. You feel me? I fire's like my favorite element. You feel me?
And intellectual, linked to logic and communication. Water hands are soft and fluid, symbolizing empathy and intuition. Fire hands are bold and angular, reflecting passion and drive. Other
Yeah.
features such as the mounts beneath the fingers, finger links, and skin texture add layers of meaning, offering
All right, that was cool, bro. That was cool. Yeah, I definitely want to watch this video for a fact. But nah, that was cool though. You feel me? I'm gonna end the video right there though. I love you. I'll catch you in my next video. Peace. The freak out.